Hi, my name is Lexi Olson, and I am presenting on the Pashtunwali, which is the honor code of the Pashtun people. The Pashtun people reside in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and along the mountain range that runs right between the two. The Pashtun people also live in refugee communities throughout the world too, where they also continue to practice the Pashtunwali. So for some background information, the Pashtunwali is an oral tradition that dates back to pre-Islamic times. It played a role in establishing the government and laws in the more urban settings around the area, and the actual code is practiced in the rural areas in Pakistan and Afghanistan today. The Pashtunwali means, by definition, the way of the Pashtuns, or the code of life. And it's sometimes called the fifth religion because the Pashtunwali people, for the most part, they follow the four creeds of Islam, and they love the Pashtunwali, and they hold it with such high regards that they consider it to be along the same level as what they live by with the Islamic creeds. So the code has a bunch of different sections, and we'll just cover some of those sections that I studied and that I found were really interesting. The first one, and also forgive me for my pronunciation, I am probably going to say some of them wrong. So the first is Badal, and it is vengeance, and it requires revenge, and it's their justice system. So, for instance, they take advances on women or their wealth or their land. Those are the most common offenses, and they require revenge. And the revenge act must be equal to but not exceed the original insult. Regarding their women's sexual purity is one of the highest insults that they have to revenge. The next one that we'll talk about is the Melmastia, and it is their version of hospitality. So the host protects the person from anyone, regardless of their previous relationship with them. So even if it was someone that they didn't like or an enemy, they would still protect them as long as that person was in the host's household. And it's done without expectation of any favors. It's just done out of the goodness of their heart. The next one is Nanawate, and it is protection for someone asking for it, and it's you can ask for it even of your enemies, and the enemies would have to give it to you. But when you are petitioning for the Nanawate, you have to ritually humiliate yourself. So once that's done, the requester is protected at all costs. The Nanawate is also used for petitioning for mercy and forgiveness. So if a vanquished person wants to enter the home of the victor to ask for forgiveness, they also have to ritually humiliate themselves as well. The next one is the Fega, or the Kanre, and it is a truce called by feuding parties, and the truce can be called by an elder or by any of the feuding parties. And when the Fega is in place, the elders take time to mediate the issues, and it can take weeks, it can take months, it's just however long it takes. And if the Fega is broken, the elders can give punishment. So one example I read about is if someone violated Fega, then the elders could go burn down their house. And then the next one, Zamaka, it involves protection of one's land or property. So it pretty much, you'll do whatever it takes to protect your resources and to protect your family and your property, and you can fight for that at whatever cost. Thank you for listening. I really enjoyed learning about the Pashtunwali and the honor code that these people lived by, and they still do live by.